The world is changing, alliances are shifting, and silence pressure is being applied exactly where it hurts the most. Here's what just happened. Poland's foreign minister suddenly landed in Pakistan. Soon after that, India's foreign minister Jaishankar responded with some very sharp words. And almost at the same time, the United States invited both India and Pakistan to take part in Gaza peace talks. Now tell me honestly, does all this sound like a coincidence? Or are we watching a carefully planned geopolitical game? Let's break it down. For decades, Poland mostly stayed focused on Europe, but suddenly it turned east. Poland's foreign minister went to Islamabad, met Pakistan's top leadership and talked about trade, energy cooperation, defense dialogue, and even a so-called strategic partnership. For Pakistan, which is struggling with debt, economic pressure, and growing isolation, this was a big diplomatic boost, almost like a lifeline. And for the West, Poland's move sent a quiet signal: Pakistan still matters. But for India, this rang alarm bells. Because Pakistan doesn't build friendship only for business, it builds friendship for leverage against India. India's External Affairs Minister Jaishankar did not stay silent. He gave a very carefully worded but very powerful response. He spoke about selective targeting of India, unfair geopolitical pressure, and partnerships that ignore the reality of terrorism. He never named Pakistan directly, but the message was crystal clear. Don't support those who destabilize South Asia. India has spent decades building global credibility and trust, and it's not going to allow quiet backdoor diplomacy to weaken its security. At this point, the chessboard was clearly heating up. So who's backing Pakistan? Now here's the bigger picture. Pakistan is not standing alone. A lot of countries still see value in keeping Pakistan relevant on the global stage. China, for example, is Pakistan's closest strategic ally, politically, militarily, and economically. Turkey openly backs Pakistan and gives it strong political support. Some European countries still engage with Pakistan mainly for trade and business. And several Middle Eastern countries keep diplomatic ties and influence alive. So Pakistan may look isolated at times, but it's definitely not alone. Now the real question is why? Because Pakistan sits on a very sensitive strategic crossroads. It lies between China and the West, between South Asia and the Middle East, between conflict and cooperation. That makes Pakistan strategically useful. Keeping Pakistan in play helps balance India's rising power, and yes, that balance is intentional. Then came the real twist. The United States invited both India and Pakistan to join Gaza peace talks. Why Gaza? Because right now the Middle East is the world's biggest geopolitical pressure point. By inviting Pakistan, the US boasts Islamabad's global relevance. By inviting India, the US acknowledges New Delhi's rising influence. But here's the deeper message. South Asia now matters in Middle East politics. Pakistan accepted the invitation quickly. India responded much more cautiously. Because India doesn't rush into symbolic diplomacy, India calculates. Now let's be honest. This isn't really about Poland, and it's not just about Gaza either. This is about global power balance. India is rising economically, militarily, diplomatically, and some countries are uncomfortable with how fast that rise is happening. And so what do? They try to re-empower Pakistan. They rebalance alliances, they reshape narratives, but India's response is firm and clear. We engage the world on our terms. Jaishankar's message wasn't just emotional, it was strategic. The world isn't run by speeches, it runs by moves. Poland's visit was a move, Jaishankar's response was a move, America's Gaza invitation was a move. India is no longer just reacting, it's playing the game. Subscribe to File in Media for more geopolitical breakdowns, because the next move is already in motion.